Good morning, people. So today we're going to spend the whole day up at Teddington on that temporary roof. So rather than boring you with an introduction today, I'm just going to keep it short and sweet and try and keep the camera rolling a bit more throughout the day as we're getting on with the works. So yeah, keep you posted. So that's the lorry loaded. Hopefully we got enough kit on there to get a decent push on this temporary roof today. I'm sure we'll get a fair bit done. So off we go. So this is where we left the scaffold at end of play yesterday. Second lift is returned right the way round the gable, all the way across the back. So now we just got to continue this base. I'll stop the scaffold there. As I explained yesterday, there's a porch going here with a dormer. So we're going to continue the scaffold for the time being right the way across, but we're going to put sleeves there. We're taking the guts out of them. I know you're not supposed to do that, but it's better than cutting tube up. And then we're going to start again around here, and then once the second lift's on and the porch is starting to be built, we will then take the boards back, take the ledges out, and it's still linked up through the second lift, and then they can do the dormer on top. Then it's not going to stop anyone from working. And then we're hoping to get the third lift on right the way around. After the third lift, it will be line lift for the beams. So hopefully we get a good crack on this today. Builders are doing good progress with that. So we need to get a move on with this, because soon they're going to have nothing to work on. They're going to need to start on the main building. So this is what we're looking like at the moment. Got all of our ins and outs staggered, 16s and long, all the way around. Got our sleeves staggered. Got the front in. Just going to do a 3-board chop now. Right the way round, put our single rail in, and then we'll go again. Well, obviously you've got to put the tops on first, but you catch my drift. So that's what we are looking like from the floor at the moment. Second lift's running. So after break, I'm going to top all them standards off, put our single rail in, and then we'll be putting the third lift on. Look at that. Looking right on the new wagon. So we've got a 3-board trot on. Topped our toppers off. Safety railing. Now this is the ledger for the next lift. So we crack on with this, and then we'll work our way back round this side. So that's the next lift on. Just got to go around the return now on the gable, start getting that in. Staggered again. Making progress slowly. So this is pretty much where we're at end of play today. Didn't get as far as what I would hoped, but nonetheless we made progress. So that's our third lift in. Next lift's going to be the beams. Coming over that ridge. Top of the beams are hopefully going to land at the top of them tubes sticking up. When we next come back, we'll be introducing a couple of 4-metre beams in that 10-foot span there, just to take the whip out the middle and then punch up off of them, and can pick up from underneath as well. Just got to go and put a little 8-foot table lift on the gable down the far end for the bricky before we go, and then go back to the yard and load the lorry up for tomorrow, travelling down to Bristol. Table lift done. Table lift on top of the table lift. That's what we're looking like. So that's the lorry loaded, ready for tomorrow. I'm hoping we've got everything on there that we need. So maybe we'll be able to get the job done in Bristol tomorrow in the day, rather than going back again Friday, because it's an hour and 20-minute drive. So we'll see how we get on. So we've got N4 over there on the tranny. N3 on a 7.5 tonner, and now M5 will be going on that big bad boy. What are we reckoning, people? Not forgetting N2 on the old dusty Berlingo. So the time now is about 10 to 6, and I'm just heading off back into town to go and have a meeting with another client, price up some work for them, hopefully we get the job, and then back to the office to go through the diary and get back in touch with a couple more clients that have been in touch with me throughout the course of the day so I can get them booked in. I didn't want to give them a date there and then on the phone just in case I double booked. There's nothing worse as a owner of a company saying that you turn up on a certain date and not being able to turn up and let the client down. Try to avoid that at all costs. But yeah, it's the perks of the job. Being a boss, your date is never done. So yeah, gonna get this out of the way as quick as possible and then back to the office. So that's the meeting with the client done. I'm gonna send him over a price in a little bit. I now got to go back to the office, but while I'm out and about, I think I'm going to treat myself to a little cheeky gym session, unwind a little bit. But anyway, I don't need to bore you lot with those details, so I will catch you lot tomorrow. Have a good evening and stay safe.